how is everyone doing? I'm here. It's Chinese New Year, and today we are going to take a look at how the Chinese New Year celebration happens in San Francisco. As we all know, Chinese New Year is the most important holiday in China, and it is celebrated by people not only in China, but also in many other countries around the world, including the United States. Here in the US, one of the best places to celebrate Chinese New Year is none other than San Francisco. Every year, the San Francisco Chinatown organizes a huge Chinese New Year parade that attracts hundreds of thousands of spectators from around the world. This year is the Year of the Tiger, so today let's get into the festive mood and find out more about this amazing event. We are going to do this through a series of diary entries. Without further ado, let's jump right into our first entry. February 12, 2022, Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Today is the first day of the Chinese New Year, which means the beginning of a brand new year on the traditional Chinese calendar. To welcome the new year, families get together to have a reunion dinner the night before, just like Christmas. But for Chinese people, the most important thing during the new year is to be reunited with family. After all, the word Nian or New Year in Chinese literally means reunion. In my family, we usually start the new year by paying respects to our ancestors, lighting incense and burning paper money for them so they can use it in the afterlife. Then we would give red envelopes filled with cash to children and unmarried adults. These red envelopes are called hongbao, and they must only be brand new bills. Giving and receiving hongbao is probably my favorite part of the Chinese New Year because as a child I always got such a thrill from tearing open these red envelopes to count the crisp new dollar bills inside. Of course, now that I'm all grown up, I don't need red envelopes anymore, but I still love giving them to children. The amount itself isn't important. What matters is the good wishes that come with it. Giving red envelopes is a way to show others that you care about them, and the tradition symbolizes giving lucky money to bring good fortune in the new year. Giving red envelopes is even mentioned in ancient literature dating back thousands of years. In fact, there is a legend that says an evil spirit was haunting the village, stealing all of the children's toys and sometimes even hurting them. The spirit only accepted gold, so the villagers had no choice but to give him offerings. When the spirit saw all of the gold, he became greedy and wanted more. Eventually, the spirit was tricked into taking gold coins instead of real gold, after which the villagers chased him away. Since then, every new year, villagers would give gold coins to their children to drive away bad luck and misfortune. This is where the custom of giving red envelopes originated. Now let's go back to our first day of the Chinese New Year. One of the most exciting parts about the first day of the new year is the belief that it is the best time to set goals and make wishes. On this day, people will make resolutions, write down their goals, and put them up somewhere where they can see them every day to remind themselves what they want to achieve. So today, just like many other Chinese people, I made a list of my goals for the new year. And if everything goes well, I should be able to check off one of my major goals by the end of this year, getting married. February 14, 2022, Tuesday, 11 a.m. Today is the third day of the Chinese New Year. In Chinese culture, the first 3 days of the new year are the most important. Every day has a special meaning. The first day is for parents. The second day is for married daughters returning to their parents' home. And the third day is for friends. On the third day, people visit friends and colleagues. As a token of friendship, they may bring a bottle of wine or some fruit. The Chinese New Year is all about spending time with family and friends. And when you think about it, what better way to welcome the new year than by showing your appreciation to those who have always been there for you? February 15, 2022, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Today is the fourth day of the Chinese New Year, which means it's time to break out the firecrackers. As you might already know, setting off fireworks and firecrackers is one of the most iconic ways to celebrate Chinese New Year. We do this because, according to legend, there was an evil beast called Nian that would come out of its cave to terrorize the village, eating livestock and even people. However, the beast was frightened by loud noises and bright colors. People discovered this and started to make tons of noise and light up their homes with red decorations. Eventually, the monster became too scared to come out of its cave and eventually it went extinct. So now we set off fireworks and firecrackers to scare away any bad luck and bring good fortune in the new year. February 16, 2022, Thursday, 9:30 a.m. Today is the 5th day of the Chinese New Year, and today is also the day for the Chinese New Year parade here in San Francisco. It is one of the largest parades in the United States and definitely the largest Chinese New Year celebration outside of Asia. The parade started in 1861 when merchants along Grand Avenue wanted to attract customers to their stores. For many years, the parade was rather small. But in the early 1990s, it really started to take off when the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce joined forces with the Chinese Historical Society of America and the city's tourism department to organize the event. Nowadays, the parade is a huge success. During the parade, people dance to traditional Chinese music, perform acrobatics, and throw goodies into the crowd. Some of the performers are local Chinese Americans, while others fly all the way from China to participate. Everyone here is super excited. People line up hours in advance to secure a good spot to watch the parade. I've actually never been to the parade before, so today I am really looking forward to seeing it for the first time. 1:30 p.m. I'm on my way to the parade and I am so excited. Many streets have already been closed off and the whole place is decorated with red lanterns. The closer I get to the parade route, the more people there are. There are even TV crews from China here to cover the event. The first groups are just about to appear. They are riding on the backs of huge, beautifully decorated dragon and lion statues. You know, dragons and lions are two of the most important symbols in Chinese culture. A dragon represents power, strength, and good luck. Lions represent bravery and courage. Having the dragon and lion dance at the parade is a way to bring good luck to the community for the new year. 2:30 p.m. The parade has just ended. I'm heading back home now. I'm really glad I finally got to see the Chinese New Year parade. It was really fun. I hope I'll be able to come again next year. February 22nd, 2022, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Today is the 11th day of the Chinese New Year, which means it's time to take down all of the decorations and pack away the New Year as ornaments. For me, this is always the saddest part of the New Year because it signals the end of the celebration. Well, I guess it's not really the end. After all, the Lunar New Year lasts for 15 days and there is still the Lantern Festival at the end of it. But since I'm not going to be home for the festival, I'm taking down all of the decorations today. February 25th, 2022, Saturday, 6 p.m. It's the 15th day of the Chinese New Year and today is the Lantern Festival. It's one of my favorite festivals because it marks the end of the Chinese New Year celebration. Families get together to enjoy special foods like tang yuan. Tang yuan are glutinous rice balls filled with sweet bean or sesame paste. Eating tang yuan is a symbol of family reunion and the New Year celebration. Each dumpling represents a family member, and the entire family must eat them together before the clock strikes midnight. So that was a quick glimpse into how I celebrated Chinese New Year this year. How did you spend your Chinese New Year? If you are not of Chinese descent, please let us know what you wish you could try about Chinese New Year. And if you are of Chinese descent, please let us know what you missed the most about celebrating Chinese New Year this year. Thanks for watching today's video and see you next time. Hey there and welcome to my channel. Today, we're gonna be talking about all the best spots to watch the Chinese New Year parade in San Francisco. So if you're coming to the city or you live here and you're looking for a good spot to watch the parade, stick around. We're gonna go over all of it. Alright, so first things first, when is the parade? This year, the Chinese New Year parade in San Francisco is on February 12, 2022. It kicks off at 4:30 p.m. and it goes until 8:30 p.m. and the theme this year is the Year of the Tiger. Alright, so now that we have the date and time figured out, let's talk about where to watch the parade. Now, I've broken this list down into 3 categories: viewing areas that are going to be super crowded, but will give you an up-close and personal view of the parade. Areas that are going to be less crowded, but still give you a great view of the parade, and some bonus areas that are going to be very hard to get to, but also will be less crowded. Alright, so starting off with the first category, areas that are going to be super crowded, but will give you an up-close and personal view of the parade. The first area is going to be along the parade route between Market Street and 8th Street. Now, this is prime real estate for viewing the parade because you lines be able to see everything up close and personal. But it does come with a caveat: it is going to be super crowded. If you like large crowds and don't mind being shoulder to shoulder with other people, then this is the spot for you. This is probably going to be the most lively area to watch the parade because everyone will be right on top of each other and really in the moment together. The best thing about watching the parade from this area is that you lines be able to see everything up close and personal, including the intricate details on the floats and the costumes. You lines also be able to see the performers up close and personal and really feel the energy of the crowd. Just be prepared to be shoulder to shoulder with other people and don't bring any strollers or wagons, as it will be impossible to maneuver them through the crowds. The next area is going to be along the parade route between 8th Street and 10th Street. This area is a little bit further away from the starting line than the previous area, but it's still close enough to see everything. Plus, it's usually a little less crowded than the area between Market Street and 8th Street. This area is still super lively because you'll be right in the thick of things, but it's just a little bit more spread out. So if you don't like being shoulder to shoulder with people, this is probably a better option for you. You'll still be able to see everything up close and personal, but you'll just have a little bit more room to breathe. And one of the best things about this area is that there are plenty of restaurants and bars nearby where you can grab food and drinks before or after the parade. The next area is going to be along the parade route between 10th Street and 12th Street. This area is a little bit further away from the starting line than the previous 2 areas, but it's still close enough to see everything. Plus, it's usually a lot less crowded than the other areas. This area is still pretty lively because you'll be right in the middle of the parade route, but it's just a little bit more spread out. So if you don't like being shoulder to shoulder with people, this is a great option for you. You'll still be able to see everything up close and personal, but you'll just have a little bit more room to breathe. One of the best things about this area is that there are plenty of restaurants and bars nearby where you can grab food and drinks before or after the parade. So those are the 3 areas along the parade route where you can get an up-close and personal view of the parade, even if it means being shoulder to shoulder with lots of other people. Alright, so now let us talk about the areas that are going to be less crowded, but will still give you a great view of the parade. The first area is going to be along the parade route between 12th Street and 16th Street. This area is a little bit further away from the starting line than the previous areas, but it's still far enough away that you'll be able to see everything. Plus, it's usually a lot less crowded than the other areas. This area is still pretty lively because you'll be right in the middle of the parade route, but it's just a little bit more spread out. So if you don't like being shoulder to shoulder with people, this is a great option for you. You'll still be able to see everything up close and personal, but you'll just have a little bit more room to breathe. One of the best things about this area is that there are plenty of restaurants and bars nearby where you can grab food and drinks before or after the parade. Next area is going to be along the parade route between 16th Street and 22nd Street. This area is a little bit further away from the starting line than the previous areas, but it's still far enough away that you'll be able to see everything. Plus, it's usually a lot less crowded than the other areas. This area is still pretty lively because you'll be right in the middle of the parade route, but it's just a little bit more spread out. So if you don't like being shoulder to shoulder with people, this is a great option for you. You'll still be able to see everything up close and personal, but you'll just have a little bit more room to breathe. One of the best things about this area is that there are plenty of restaurants and bars nearby where you can grab food and drinks before or after the parade. The next area is going to be along the parade route between 22nd Street and 24th Street. This area is a little bit further away from the starting line than the previous areas, but it's still far enough away that you'll be able to see everything. Plus, it's usually a lot less crowded than the other areas. This area is still pretty lively because you'll be right in the middle of the parade route, but it's just a little bit more spread out. So if you don't like being shoulder to shoulder with people, this is a great option for you. You'll still be able to see everything up close and personal, but you'll just have a little bit more room to breathe. One of the best things about this area is that there are plenty of restaurants and bars nearby where you can grab food and drinks before or after the parade. The next area is going to be along the parade route between 24th Street and 26th Street. This area is a little bit further away from the starting line than the previous areas, but it's still far enough away that you'll be able to see everything. Plus, it's usually a lot less crowded than the other areas. This area is still pretty lively because you'll be right in the middle of the parade route, but it's just a little bit more spread out. So if you don't like being shoulder to shoulder with people, this is a great option for you. You'll still be able to see everything up close and personal, but you'll just have a little bit more room to breathe. One of the best things about this area is that there are plenty of restaurants and bars nearby where you can grab food and drinks before or after the parade. So those are the areas along the parade route that are going to be less crowded, but will still give you a great view of the parade. Alright, now let us talk about the bonus areas that are going to be very hard to get to, but also will be less crowded. The first area is going to be along the parade route between 26th Street and 30th Street. This area is a little bit further away from the starting line than the previous areas, but it's still far enough away that you'll be able to see everything. Plus, it's usually a lot less crowded than the other areas. This area is still pretty lively because you'll be right in the middle of the parade route, but it's just a little bit more spread out. So if you don't like being shoulder to shoulder with people, this is a great option for you. You'll still be able to see everything up close and personal, but you'll just have a little bit more room to breathe. One of the best things about this area is that there are plenty of restaurants and bars nearby where you can grab food and drinks before or after the parade. Next area is going to be along the parade route between 30th Street and 32nd Street. This area is a little bit further away from the starting line than the previous areas, but it's still far enough away that you'll be able to see everything. Plus, it's usually a lot less crowded than the other areas. This area is still pretty lively because you'll be right in the middle of the parade route, but it's just a little bit more spread out. So if you don't like being shoulder to shoulder with people, this is a great option for you. You'll still be able to see everything up close and personal, but you'll just have a little bit more room to breathe. One of the best things about this area is that there are plenty of restaurants and bars nearby where you can grab food and drinks before or after the parade. And the last area is going to be along the parade route between 32nd Street and the finish line. This area is a little bit further away from the starting line than the previous areas, but it's still far enough away that you'll be able to see everything. Plus, it's usually a lot less crowded than the other areas. This area is still pretty lively because you'll be right in the middle of the parade route, but it's just a little bit more spread out. So if you don't like being shoulder to shoulder with people, this is a great option for you. You'll still be able to see everything up close and personal, but you'll just have a little bit more room to breathe. One of the best things about this area is that there are plenty of restaurants and bars nearby where you can grab food and drinks before or after the parade. So those are all the different areas along the parade route where you can watch the parade. I hope this video was helpful in planning your Chinese New Year celebration in San Francisco. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more travel tips. Thanks for watching and happy Chinese New Year! Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Go Explore. I'm your host and my co-host is here. And today, we are checking out all the fun things to do for kids during Chinese New Year in San Francisco. So without further ado, let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Go Explore. I'm your host and my co-host is here. And today, we are checking out all the fun things to do for kids during Chinese New Year in San Francisco. So without further ado, let's get started. Our first stop today is going to be at Portsmouth Square Park. This is one of the most iconic spots to celebrate Chinese New Year in San Francisco. It's going to be filled with live entertainment, lion dances, dragon dances, face change performances, martial arts, cultural dance performances, and so much more. There will also be food stalls, merchandise booths, and a petting zoo. The event is free, but they are asking that if you do want to participate in the lion dance or the dragon dance that you come at 12 o'clock when it begins. But otherwise, you can show up whenever you like and enjoy the festivities. Here are some photos of what it looks like in previous years. And again, this year it's going to be on January. Make sure to come with cash because parking in the area can be difficult to find and expensive, so just expect that. Next up is going to be the Chinese New Year celebration at the San Francisco Zoo. They're going to have a lion dance, acrobats, and jugglers. You can also experience a traditional Chinese New Year activity called a jump rope for longevity. And don't miss the chance to see the animals get their New Year's gift opening at noon. Included in the zoo admission, which is $19 for adults and $13 for kids ages 2 to 11, members get in free. Check out their website for all the details. We are now off to the Aquarium of the Bay. They're going to be doing an all-new dive show called Dive O Millennium. It's an exciting and colorful celebration of the Year of the Rabbit. The show is included with your aquarium admission, which is $34 for adults and $24 for kids 3 to 12. Kids under 3 get in free. This is a great opportunity to learn about Chinese culture while seeing all the amazing sea life that the aquarium has to offer. The California Academy of Sciences is offering an exciting Lunar New Year celebration from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Kids will love the hands-on activities such as paper cutting, calligraphy, face painting, and more. There will also be live entertainment including a DJ, line dancers, and acrobats. Don't miss the chance to take part in the traditional lion dance and help bring good luck for the new year. Admission is $16 for adults, $13 for kids ages 5 to 17, and free for kids under 5. If you do want to save money, they do offer discounts for members and for city residents. So make sure to check that out. Next up is going to be the Chinese New Year celebration at Pier 39. From 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., there will be a ton of family fun including live music, martial arts demonstrations, lion dances, a fashion show, kids games and crafts, and more. And then at 1 p.m. there will be a traditional lion dance, so don't miss that. Plus you can also enjoy all the shops and restaurants that Pier 39 has to offer. It is free to attend, but they do suggest that you come with cash for food and any of the merchants. Parking can be difficult in the area, so please plan accordingly. Now, we're headed over to the Walt Disney Family Museum. They're going to be celebrating Chinese New Year with a variety of family-friendly activities. From 1 to 4 p.m., kids can enjoy hands-on art projects, storytelling, and more. There will also be live music and dance performances. Admission is $15 for adults, $13 for seniors, and students, $11 for kids 6 to 17 and free for kids under 5. This is a wonderful way to learn about different cultures while enjoying some quality time with your family. And now, we're off to the Children's Creativity Museum. They're going to be hosting a Chinese New Year celebration from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Kids can enjoy hands-on activities such as paper cutting, calligraphy, and more. There will also be live entertainment including a DJ, lion dancers, and acrobats. And you can even take part in the traditional lion dance and help bring good luck for the new year. Admission is $12 for everyone. This museum is dedicated to the creative process and kids will love exploring all the interactive exhibits. So we are now at the Asian Art Museum, and they are having a special event for Chinese New Year from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Kids can enjoy hands-on activities such as paper cutting, calligraphy, face painting, and more. There will also be live entertainment including a DJ, line dancers, and acrobats. You can even take part in the traditional line dance and help bring good luck for the new year. Admission is $15 for adults and teens, $12 for seniors and students, and $10 for kids under 18. This museum has a vast collection of Asian art, and kids will love learning about different cultures while enjoying the beautiful surroundings. We are now at the San Francisco Dungeon, and they are offering an exclusive discount for Chinese New Year. From 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., kids can enjoy a variety of family-friendly activities such as paper cutting, calligraphy, and more. There will also be live entertainment including a DJ, line dancers, and acrobats. You can even take part in the traditional line dance and help bring good luck for the new year. A general admission ticket for the San Francisco Dungeon costs $33 for adults and $22 for children ages 5 to 15. For every full-priced adult ticket purchased, children ages 5 to 15 receive a 50% discount. Children under 5 always get in free. This attraction offers a unique and immersive experience, and kids will love learning about San Francisco as history in a fun and engaging way. Last but not least, we are now at the Craft and Folk Art Museum. They are hosting a Chinese New Year celebration from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Kids can enjoy hands-on activities such as paper cutting, calligraphy, face painting, and more. There will also be live entertainment including a DJ, line dancers, and acrobats. And you can even take part in the traditional line dance and help bring good luck for the new year. General admission is $10 for adults, and kids under 18 are free. This museum celebrates creativity, and kids will love exploring the diverse range of exhibits. There you have it, folks. Those are our top picks for things to do with kids during Chinese New Year in San Francisco. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time on Let's Go Explore. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today, we gonna talk about how you can be a part of the Chinese New Year parade here in San Francisco. I know this is something that many of you have asked me about, so I am very excited to finally make this video for you all. If you've watched my vlog from last year, you know that I participated in the parade as a photographer, and that was an amazing experience. I had such a blast doing that. However, if you don't necessarily want to be a photographer or videographer, there are other ways to get involved. So I am going to share with you how you can sign up to be a volunteer for the Chinese New Year parade. This is an opportunity for you to not only be a part of this amazing event, but also to support local businesses and organizations, as well as to celebrate Chinese culture. So let's jump right into it. The first thing you need to do is go to the official website of the Chinese New Year parade. You can find the link to this in the description below. On the website, you will see information about the parade as well as the application to become a participant. We're looking for groups or teams of people who want to join the parade. And there are several different categories you can apply for, including lion dance teams, acrobat teams, drill teams, marching bands, drum groups, and floats. There are even more categories for individual performers like wushu, Tai Chi, Qigong, fan dancers, cultural performers, and musicians. And of course, if you are a photographer or videographer, you can apply for those roles as well. Photographers and videographers can be part of the media team and capture these amazing performances for posterity. The application process is straightforward. You will need to fill out a form with your group's information. If you are applying as an individual, you will need to provide your own information, and if you are applying as a group, you will need to provide your group's name, contact information, and the number of participants. You will also need to provide a brief description of your performance or your role in the parade, and you will need to upload a video of your group performing or a photo of you performing if you are an individual. You will also need to indicate what role you would like to play in the parade. As I mentioned earlier, there are several different categories you can choose from. The deadline to submit your application is December 2022, so you still have some time to put together your group and submit your application. The next step is to prepare your video and/or photos for your application. This is an important part of the application process because it gives the parade organizers a chance to see your group or your individual performance. The video or photos you submit should be high quality and show your group or your individual talent. Now let us say you are not in a line dance team or a marching band or any of those other types of groups. How else can you get involved? Well, there are still a few other options. One option is to volunteer your time on the day of the parade. Volunteers are always needed to help with a variety of tasks such as setting up for the parade, handing out programs or maps, assisting with crowd control, cleaning up after the parade, and so on. You don't have to have any special skills or experience to be a parade volunteer. Just be reliable and willing to help out where needed. To sign up to be a volunteer, you can go to the Volunteer tab on the CNYSF website and fill out the online form. It's important to note that parade volunteers must be at least 16 years old. If you are under 16, you can still participate in the parade, but you must be accompanied by a parent or guardian. Another option is to join one of the community partners organizations. These are organizations that support the parade and its mission. Many of these organizations have booths set up along the parade route where they distribute candy, promotional materials, or other items to spectators. This is a great way to get your organization's name out there and to connect with potential customers or supporters. If you're interested in becoming a community partner, you can go to the Community Partners tab on the website and fill out the online form. Now let us say you want to be a part of the parade, but you don't have a group or an organization to join. What can you do? Well, there are still a few options available to you. One option is to perform as an individual. This could include things like singing, dancing, or playing an instrument. You could perform a magic trick or tell jokes or stories. You could also perform a spoken word piece or poetry. The possibilities are really endless here. Just be sure that your performance is family-friendly since the parade is meant to be enjoyed by people of all ages. Another option is to join one of the parade's community dance groups. These groups are open to anyone in the community regardless of age or experience level. Rehearsals are typically held a few times a week leading up to the parade so that everyone can learn the dance routines. This is a great way to meet new people and learn a new skill while also giving back to the community. And lastly, don't forget about the parade's annual costume contest. This is a fun way to show off your creativity and win prizes for the best costumes. The contest is open to individuals, groups, and even families. So get your thinking cap on and come up with a unique and eye-catching costume that celebrates Chinese culture. As you can see, there are many different ways to participate in the Chinese New Year parade. Whether you want to join a line dance team, be a parade volunteer, join a community partners organization, or perform as an individual, there is a place for you in this amazing event. So don't wait, start planning your participation today and get ready to celebrate Chinese New Year in style. That's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you do end up participating in the parade, be sure to tag me on social media so I can see your videos and photos. I'd love to see how you all celebrate Chinese New Year here in San Francisco. And if you're not able to participate in the parade, I hope you still take the time to celebrate Chinese New Year. It's a beautiful holiday full of tradition and culture, so enjoy it with your friends and family. Speaking of family, I wanted to wish my own family a happy Chinese New Year to my parents, my brother and his wife, and my nephew and niece. I love you all very much and I hope you have a wonderful new year filled with happiness and good fortune. May all your wishes come true and may the new year bring you nothing but joy. And to all of you watching, I just want to take a moment to thank you for your support over the past year. It means the world to me that you take the time to watch my videos and engage with me online. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful New Year and I look forward to seeing you back here again soon. Bye. Chinese New Year is one of my favorite holidays because food plays such a big part of it. Whether it's dumplings, noodles, or sweets, there are so many delicious dishes that are specific to this time of year. In today's video, I am going to show you what are some of the must-try foods during the Chinese New Year here in San Francisco. The first food that you have to try when Chinese New Year comes around is the yusheng or raw fish salad. This dish is very popular in Singapore and Malaysia, but has also made its way into Chinese restaurants here in the US and for good reason. It is really beautiful to look at with its vibrant colors from the veggies and the different types of fish. The most common type of fish used for yusheng is salmon, but we got the sea-based version. And the ingredients vary depending on which restaurant you go to. For example, my family loves to get the one with jellyfish and my mom always orders it with the century egg, which is a little too rich for me. But regardless, it is really fun to eat with your family and friends and make tons of noise while mixing everything together. We also got the traditional pineapple slices and abalone to add into the mix. Abalone is a pricey ingredient, and you can usually find it served in expensive restaurants, so it's nice to be able to enjoy them in a more casual setting. In restaurants, they'll usually bring out the yusheng on fire to add theatrics to the whole thing. But if you're making it at home, you don't have to do that. Just mix everything together and eat it like that. Another must-try food during Chinese New Year is the lox or meat floss. You can find them sold at most dim sum restaurants or bakeries. They're just so easy to grab and go. And they are also a really convenient snack to keep at home. You get hungry in the middle of the night. These are the ones that I grabbed from a bakery in Oakland. They were soft and fluffy and had a good amount of sweetness. You can eat it plain or dip it into some of the sweet bean paste that they give you. If you want to take these home, make sure to ask for the packet of bean paste. So many times I've gotten takeout and forgot to ask for it and then regretted it later. The thing about lox is that they're really fresh and only last a couple days. So if you see them, make sure to try them. For lunch, I brought the family to a seafood restaurant. This place has been around since 1968 and is known for having some of the best dim sum. My dad always says that if you want to know how good a restaurant is, you should look at who's dining there. And this place was packed with mostly Chinese families. That's always a good sign. I ordered all my favorite dim sum dishes like the pork belly buns and the shrimp dumplings. But there was something new that I wanted to try, the Santee beef tripe. This was my first time trying beef tripe. It had a really unique chewy texture and a rich flavor from the Santee sauce. Honestly, it reminded me of a fancier version of beef jerky. The pork belly buns were nice and soft and succulent. As always, shrimp dumplings are one of my favorite things ever. I love biting into that juicy plump shrimp. It tastes so fresh and delicious. There's nothing better than dipping them in some black vinegar and eating them like that. Chicken feet were also a must-order for me. I love how soft and gelatinous they are. And the skin on the char siu bao was super crispy. It literally fell apart once I took a bite. If you've never been to a dim sum restaurant before, these are some of the staple items that you need to order. Noodles are an essential part of Chinese New Year. Most families will serve some sort of noodle dish for the holiday. Noodles represent longevity in Chinese culture, and the longer the strands, the better. We had these garlic noodles, which had thick chewy strands. They were tossed in a savory garlic sauce. The noodles weren't too soft or soggy either. My favorite kind of noodles is the ramen style, and these ones were just so comforting. You know those instant cup noodles that we all have in our pantry? Well, this is kind of like that but elevated. There was some spinach and corn in there too. And the chicken broth was so rich and flavorful. It brought back memories of when I was sick and my mom would make these for me. The other noodle dish that we had was the wonton noodle soup. This was actually the first time that I tried wontons, and let me tell you, I am missing out. Wontons are like little pillows of deliciousness. Each one is hand-wrapped, so they're not perfect, and that's part of its charm. The inside is filled with a ground pork and shrimp mixture, and the skin is soft and supple. You can eat it as it is or dip it in some soy sauce for more flavor. The noodle strands were also extra long, which was fun to eat. It was so satisfying to slurp them up. Dumplings are another must-try food during Chinese New Year. Like noodles, they also represent wealth and prosperity. Plus, they're just really fun to eat. One of my favorite places to get dumplings is a spot in Chinatown. They're known for their handmade soup dumplings, and they don't disappoint. Once you open up the bamboo steamer basket, you'll see that each dumpling has its own little pool of soup. The pork belly pieces are also so tender and juicy. All you need is a little bit of that soup to dip it in, and it just takes it to another level. Now, if you can't make it to this restaurant, you can also try the soup dumplings at a grocery store in Colma. They're not as good as the ones from Joe's, but they're still pretty tasty and come in a variety of flavors. I got the pork and shrimp ones, and the juicy inside spilled out once I bit into it. Another dumpling spot that I love is in Barclay. This is more of a modern upscale version of dumplings. The interior is beautiful, and the dumplings are served in ceramic bowls instead of the typical bamboo steamers. Here you can get more unique flavors like the spicy kimchi pork belly and the Thai sweet chili chicken. They also have a vegan menu if you're looking for more plant-based options. The crab rangoon dumplings were amazing. I could see and taste the lump crab meat in every bite. No Chinese New Year celebration is complete without the lion dancers. Every year we go to Chinatown to watch the lion dance. After they finish dancing, they usually walk around for the businesses to show their support and receive red envelopes with money. Afterwards, we usually get dinner at a restaurant. This is a tradition that we've done every single year since I was little. If you're in San Francisco and you want to experience the Chinese New Year, there are plenty of events happening throughout the city. Check out my travel guide for more information. I'll leave it linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I'm here. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about all the different types of workshops that are being offered in San Francisco for Chinese New Year. So make sure to watch this video all the way to the end so you don't miss anything. Also, if you like this type of content, please subscribe to my channel because I'll be creating more videos like this in the future. Now let's get right into it. First up is a very popular one, which is calligraphy. Calligraphy is a traditional Chinese art form, and many people enjoy doing it as a hobby. You can write in Chinese characters, which are very beautiful and have a lot of meaning behind them. There are several classes offered throughout the year, but this time we're focusing on the ones during Chinese New Year. There are two main places in San Francisco where you can take calligraphy classes. One is the Chinese Culture Center, which offers a variety of different classes throughout the year. During Chinese New Year, they offer a special class on how to write the Chinese New Year couplets. These are the red paper decorations that you see hanging from the eaves of houses and businesses during Chinese New Year. The other place that offers calligraphy classes is the San Francisco State University East Asian Studies Department. They also offer a variety of different classes throughout the year, but during Chinese New Year, they offer a class on how to write the Chinese New Year characters. These are the characters for the Year of the Tiger, which is the animal sign for 2022. Both classes are about 2 hours long and cost around $20. You don't need to bring anything with you. All materials will be provided for you. However, if you want to continue practicing calligraphy after the class, you may want to invest in some materials yourself. You can purchase calligraphy paper, ink, brushes, and stamps at most art supply stores. Next up is paper cutting. Paper cutting is another traditional Chinese art form. It has a very delicate and intricate process of cutting out designs and patterns from paper using only scissors. There are several different styles of paper cutting, but the most popular ones are the ones from Shandong and Jiangsu provinces. In San Francisco, You can take paper cutting classes at the Chinese Culture Center or the Asian Art Museum. The Chinese Culture Center offers a class on Shandong-style paper cutting, which is more popular in northern China. This class is about 2 hours long and costs around $20. The Asian Art Museum offers a class on Jiangsu-style paper cutting, which is more popular in southern China. This class is about 1 hour long and costs around $15. Both classes are for beginners and all materials will be provided for you. However, if you want to continue practicing paper cutting after the class, you may want to invest in some materials yourself. You can purchase paper cutting paper, scissors, and rulers at most craft stores. Next up is painting. Chinese painting is a very unique art form. It's very different from Western painting in that it's more abstract and less realistic. Chinese painters focus on capturing the essence of the subject rather than its physical appearance. There are several different styles of Chinese painting, but the most popular ones are the ones from the Song and Yuan dynasties. In San Francisco, you can take painting classes at the Chinese Culture Center, the San Francisco State University Art Department, or the Asian Art Museum. The Chinese Culture Center offers a variety of different painting classes throughout the year, but during Chinese New Year, they offer a class on how to paint a traditional Chinese New Year picture. This class is about 2 hours long and costs around $20. The San Francisco State University Art Department offers a variety of different painting classes throughout the year. During Chinese New Year, they offer a class on how to paint the Chinese zodiac animals. This class is about 3 hours long and costs around $25. The Asian Art Museum offers a variety of different painting classes throughout the year. During Chinese New Year, they offer a class on how to paint a traditional Chinese landscape painting. This class is about 2 hours long and costs around $20. All classes are for beginners and all materials will be provided for you. However, if you want to continue practicing painting after the class, you may want to invest in some materials yourself. You can purchase painting paper, ink, brushes, and paints at most art supply stores. Next up is knot tying. Chinese knot tying is a very ancient art form. It's believed to have originated over 4,000 years ago during the Shang dynasty. Chinese knots are used for a variety of purposes, such as for decoration, for clothing, or as part of traditional ceremonies. In San Francisco, you can take knot tying classes at the Chinese Culture Center or the San Francisco Public Library. The Chinese Culture Center offers a class on how to tie a traditional Chinese New Year knot. This class is about 2 hours long and costs around $20. The San Francisco Public Library offers a variety of different knot tying classes throughout the year. During Chinese New Year, they offer a class on how to tie a Chinese zodiac animal knot. This class is about 1 hour long and costs around $10. Both classes are for beginners and all materials will be provided for you. However, if you want to continue practicing knot tying after the class, you may want to invest in some materials yourself. You can purchase knot tying cord at most craft stores. Next up is cooking. Chinese cooking is known for being very diverse and complex. There are many different regional cuisines in China, each with their own unique flavors and ingredients. In San Francisco, you can take cooking classes at the Chinese Culture Center or Sur La Table. The Chinese Culture Center offers a class on how to cook traditional Chinese New Year dishes. This class is about 3 hours long and costs around $30. Sur La Table offers a variety of different cooking classes throughout the year. During Chinese New Year, they offer a class on how to cook a Chinese New Year feast. This class is about 4 hours long and costs around $50. Both classes are for beginners and all materials will be provided for you. However, if you want to continue practicing cooking after the class, you may want to invest in some cooking supplies yourself. You can purchase these at most kitchen supply stores. So those are all the different types of workshops that are being offered in San Francisco for Chinese New Year. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something new. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.